Oh no, we've been booped.
The boopening. Yeah, we back. Slight
Yay!
update from last time. All those people that were arbitrarily off the map are now on a map.
Yay!
They're so tiny though, because we're working in big scale today. You are all welcome to roll and recap accordingly. Although I have a feeling it's mostly going to fall on Diana, because she was the one going out and doing stuff.
That's a good I'll just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So Diana went out scouting in the village of Ulthar and ran into a bunch of cats. She ran across the nap tree where there's a bunch of good places for napping, which honestly that sounds great. Um, she found I want to say it was like the agricultural store, the agricultural supply store or something like that.
It's pretty much
Um,
just like the general store.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, so she got some information about um the butcher and his servant and the harvesters from there. She found the cat potion shop. Um, God, I'm trying to remember what the actual. I know I wrote it down. I just don't know what it was.
It
Oh
was
wait,
an
there it is.
acronym.
It was cat potions, which stood for cat amazing cat.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, buddy. See, they, uh, let's see, they had like an art gallery and a school and a whole bunch of other things. Diana got invited to karaoke night. Um, the art gallery had a bunch of like drawings that people in the village have done of the butcher's servant. So they're just like oddly obsessed with her, I guess. Um, the and then basically she got a bunch of information, went back to the group and gave them the rundown. And then oh gosh, this was the point where everybody kind of split off and was asking about things. Um, I think Annis was asking Belle if Belle was okay with the plan. Aiden was talking to Eldath, I think.
When getting the kind of like trying to get coordinates on the servant of the butcher.
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I feel like there were a couple of other conversations, and I just don't remember what they are off the top of my head. Um, uh, but yeah, and then they were all like, "Okay, cool, we're going to the village," and they went to set up, the plan at the village.
Potions were distributed.
Yeah,
Annis is letting Aiden borrow the Staff of Healing. Cersei has the Potion of Foresight. Those are the main ones I remember being important.
yeah. And now, so everybody is at the pond, and Diana decided to go walk ahead and see or see if anybody had shown up yet. And she gets to the tree, and the butcher is there, and oh, and Mishka and Bjorn walked with her, so they were like Team Sassy Pants.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
but they
that
they
was
get there, the butcher's there, and then shock of shocks, his servant was there. But the bigger shock of shocks was that the botany department servant was there. And I'm pretty sure that's where we cut off.
mm-hmm.
Yep. And that was like side thing. Penelope and Johnny were going to go try to stall the butcher
Oh yeah, yeah,
um at the cat pub, and the cat pub wasn't there. And so like the plan of isolating the servant separate from the master obviously fell apart when the rest of the group got there. But what we didn't get to last time because it was crazy late and we were tired, was that where when Penelope went to the cat pub, she didn't find the butcher or the cat pub, but there was a person there. So that's new, and we can describe that. Um, and then we can get over to the fighty fight, but a little simultaneous action. We're going to be very cinematic this fight, between a few locations because we've got three different places that people are doing stuff. So starting with that part, Penelope, there's no cat bakery.
Oh shit. Um, this is not good.
That doesn't bode well.
No. Um, we've got to have, and then I assume at some point in this, she gets that message from Diana, and then she's like, okay, um, okay, we need to, we need to go back. Johnny, I think we need to go back. There's probably there.
Yeah, he's supposed to be wrecking shit soon, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's get going. And wait, who's that? And Johnny points over, and like it's dark, so like Johnny's eyes catch this before Penelope's do.
I
Um,
was saying Penelope also has dark vision at this point.
oh no, she has better dark vision or something, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind. Penelope will see this first. Penelope, there's a dude.
Uh.
There's a guy
Oh my god.
standing on the road between where the cat bakery was and toward the town proper because it was like Penelope hasn't been to the town yet, but based on Diana's description and her amazing, immaculate map that she drew with the most amazing rendering ever, subscribe to her Patreon. Um, she she showed you exactly which way, and there's just a guy who's kind of casually standing there in the road, and he's an older gentleman. He's got gray hair, beard, glasses. He's wearing a tan coat, and he's got like a little hat on him. He just looks like an older guy, but he's also holding in his hand a familiar envelope because
Oh.
you sent out mail, and apparently someone who got that mail is right here.
Oh. Um. Yeah. She'll walk up to him. Um. Hey, I see you have an envelope there.
I do indeed, and it would appear that I have the pleasure of meeting Penelope.
Yeah, that's me.
Then you know who I am, or at least something about me, if you sent me this. And without hesitation, he holds up the letter in his right hand, and you can see markings on the back of it.
Okay. Um.
And he looks like this.
Oh my god.
Picture slowly loading. Bam. I don't care that it tells you his name. It doesn't matter. He's going to introduce himself.
No, no, no. It was Roman, not
Okay.
Rowan.
Okay.
No,
Sorry.
I
I
did
was
that
an
too.
architect too.
I had this half a session where I'm like, fucking hell, but no.
No, not that. There's so many
Okay.
reasons
No.
why it can't be that.
Actually, here's my question. What the fuck is Hayao Miyazaki doing in this game?
It is funny how that works, isn't it? Pleasure to
He
make
looks
your
like he's about to be
acquaintance.
a lecture about like anime being hell.
A bit, yeah.
Anyway. Sorry.
Like, my name is Rowan Wayfarer. I'm from Clock Tower's botany department. I am a master in this war, and my understanding from this letter is that you are looking for people to help you deal with your butcher problem.
Yeah, that's a good edit.
Well, as it so happens, for various reasons, I have been working to keep him safe for some time now from a prior business arrangement, which creates a bit of an impasse for your goal and objective, as
Right.
he, for reasons I'm sure you're fully aware of, was in a position where he needed additional support, as he has made many enemies and was very vulnerable. So, for the duration of that contract, my servant is required to keep him safe, which, based on the number of servants I can sense in the area right now, means that my servant is probably going to have to fight your allies. Someone's roboting, or I am roboting. Oh,
Okay, there
are
we
we
go.
Okay.
back now? We good?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
think we're good.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah, you
I think it
sounded
was just
robotic.
Yeah, I was
it
like,
was
I couldn't get
bad.
any words, and I'm just like, what the hell is happening?
Okay, I don't know
Yeah.
what of that you got then.
Mm,
I got
it's
basically, I from what I could hear, he was, or his servant is supposed to help protect the butcher until this contract is over.
and that's it. The rest like
I
broke
think
down.
is what I
Yeah.
could
Okay.
gather.
Yeah. He was telling you that due to prior commitments before like receiving this letter, um,
Mhm.
he and his servant were obligated to help keep the butcher safe until the conditions of the butcher's contract were met. So as you can see, that puts me in a bit of a situation, and based on the servants that I can sense nearby as a master, your servants or your friend's servants or the servants who've heeded the call that you put out are about to engage with the butcher, his servant, and unfortunately for them, my servant, who's quite powerful and will probably kill them.
That's not ideal.
It is not. So once I realized that was going on, I did a bit of divination of my own to see if I could find you. Everything's bad again? Maybe I need to leave and come back. Maybe better now? I mean, no route. Well, anyone who's enjoying this at home on repeat, skip ahead to when it works. I will move the windows around crazily so that it's easier for you to find on YouTube. Oh, it just went green again. That's nice. I see voice connected in green again.
Me too.
Yay.
Uh,
Yep.
are we getting
Oh.
caught up in the attacks on Twitter? Because that feels like, friendly fire.
Ooh.
Honestly,
All right, well, it's green right now. We'll see what happens. I promised the stream that I would swing a picture around a whole lot so that anyone watching this on YouTube can more easily find when the problem's over. So there you go. Um, make that a little bit easier in the future. So I'm just gonna redo the last little part, and hopefully that'll fill in any gaps. But if it's still confusing, let me know.
Okay. Yeah.
So suffice it to say, my servant is very powerful, and teamed up with the butcher's servant does not bode well for the servants that have come to your aid. I have no desire to hold this entire scenario over your head because, as far as I can tell, you, in your role assisting the ruler of this war, are above board, and your arguments against his presence are valid, as he has been exploiting his servant for things that would violate the normal norms of this entire ritual. So I would like to work with you to come up with a solution that will perhaps resolve this before too much damage is done.
Um, yeah, we can certainly try and figure something out. Um, real quick, do you mind if I look at your seals again?
He holds his hand up at a distance. You can't make out the details of the design, but
Mm-hmm.
you can tell that he has three.
Okay. So it doesn't look like any of them have been used up yet?
Correct. It does not appear he has used any of them yet.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay, that does look legit. All right. Um, well, seeing as the bakery that was here is no longer here, um, I don't think there's going to be a good place for us to really go and talk through this, so I guess it's just going to have to be a walking meeting, huh?
I believe that is going to be necessary given, from what I can sense, at least two of the servants are in close proximity and manifest. So that would mean that something is happening. So we should probably get moving.
Yeah,
And as we go, we will walk and deal.
that's what I'm good at.
So yeah, the the group of you um, can walk slash run forward at whatever pace you want to go. He is an older man, so you don't necessarily get the impression that he's fragile or frail because he seems to be keeping up pretty well, but it's definitely like you're getting the vibe that this is very much a human, not something else.
Yeah,
And so time has actually affected him to some extent, although he seems to be doing pretty well for his age.
yeah. They'll keep pace with him.
Okay. So as you were running along, um, we are now going to, since if I recall correctly, at the end of the last session, right before the servants appeared, the bears were charging forward. Is that correct?
Oh, I think they were.
Well, no, they weren't
Okay.
charging forward. It's like Diana was walking forward,
Uh-huh.
with the two of them with her, but like once the servants showed up, I kind of lost track of what was happening because it was kind of a clusterfuck.
Right.
That was something that I wanted to bring up,
Okay.
like in the recaps, like, because I know we were just trying to like get everything sorted and then end for the night. Like Bjorn, if it's okay, Bjorn would have set up his telepathic connection between like
Oh,
the
I thought we
front group and
already.
the back group. No, because remember we were like rushing to get stuff situated, and I didn't say it for him.
Yeah.
I am okay if you, yeah, I just want to say that he set up his connection because that's what he does. Like,
Yeah, like it.
I
Not
don't
obviously
mind
not
that.
like Penelope and Johnny, but like the
Right.
front and rear guard of this map right here.
Yeah. To be clear, like I don't need people to like send me a list of everything that they've prepped, whatnot. I
Yeah,
trust you. It becomes miserable paperwork, and if this is something you're probably doing like almost every day, and
yeah.
obviously this is a coordinated multi-location thing, I just assumed. So you're good. You're
Okay,
totally
sweet,
fine.
sweet, sweet.
I am
Okay.
not trying to screw you out of your class abilities because you didn't stop everything to give me a list of what you're doing.
So then let me, because that meant I had it on Iden, Annis, uh, it was I think four people. Iden, Annis. I think Mishka was the other one, and uh, Diana. It was just like the two and two, just in
Okay.
case people get split.
And per what we determined before, everyone can talk to you and you can talk to everyone, but they cannot talk to each other. You have to hub.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he's hub.
Okay. Cool. That is fine. Okay, then yeah, like so you were walking forward, the flaming-haired woman appeared first, and then like a heartbeat later, the person that Bjorn and Mishka recognize from back when you were with the lore department appeared to the side, and that guy is, he's pretty charming. He's kind of buff. Um, like it's dark, but you've got a better view of him now than you did when he was off in the distance. Like he's a pretty big buff dude. He's got darker skin, black hair, kind of curly. Uh, he's got uh, he's got like a fishnet shirt on, and he's also brandishing that giant hook-like weapon that you saw from a distance, and he's smiling. He looks very polite, but also very dangerous. He also has an assortment of tattoos. You're welcome to
Calling it
check them
now.
out at your leisure.
Woo. Now, this guy is Maui from Moana.
You're fired. Get out.
The high roll I just got.
That was more like a full body roll.
Okay, yeah, when the two of them show up, Diana's just gonna, like, stop. Like, just not try and move any further forward, and she's gonna put her hands out beside her so that Mishka and Bjorn don't just fly forward either.
Right.
She's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, rude. But also, nice to meet you too, Poe.
I think it's starting to have trouble again.
Oh, no.
Ah, fuck.
Okay,
I
no, I
don't
can hear
feel
you now.
you.
Maybe it was just a normal weird Discord thing.
Okay.
Yeah, still green.
But yeah, she's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, this is rude. Um, but
You're the
also,
one
I
who was
guess,
talking a bunch of shit and acting like you were gonna come over here when you didn't think I could defend myself.
did you think I was going to attack you outright?
You make a lot of claims about how we're not in the neutral ground place anymore. Gotta take your precautions. You don't live as long as I have if by taking stupid risks.
Okay, well,
Bjorn,
are you at least going to tell me who your buddies are right there?
This is Tweedle fuck around, and this is Tweedle find out.
You're real fun at parties, I bet.
You have no idea what parties I go to.
I mean, you were telling me about them earlier.
You should really try one sometime. Get you a location to visit.
No,
It'll be great.
look, we've already discussed this. I don't want to leave any of your parties with an extra limb or something.
Oh no, don't have to worry about that. For you, strictly under the hood.
Gross. Gross. Okay. Um, now that I feel like I'm going to vomit a little bit, all right, look. Servant, I don't have a stake in this war. And I know that you want to speak to Iden, and preferably his servant.
That would be nice.
So, here are your options. All right? I know where he is. Excuse me. I know where both of them are. And we can absolutely take you to them. But I need you to cooperate with us long enough to get you there. Is that all right?
I told them what was going to happen here. So if he doesn't want to show up, then I'd rather not walk into whatever he thinks he's setting up. If I recall correctly, he has a fondness of rope and tying up servants.
Look, I don't know about Aiden or his hobbies outside of the Grail War. Um, I also don't know that he actually has any rope. I could be wrong. Um,
I mean, it wouldn't be a very good plan, but he's not a very good master, so here we are.
I mean, you could always just say that to his face.
I would love to. Feel free to send them in. And I would
That
recommend
you,
you do it soon because this one over here, Gestures to the Fire one, is getting a bit bored.
she looks over at his servant. She's like, "Are you gonna let him boss you around like that?"
So this is your first chance to really look at that one.
Yeah.
Um, she looks like she is seething with rage. And like at
Mm-hmm.
any given moment, she is just going to snap and start breaking stuff.
Mm.
The fire of her hair is floating around in different directions as if the wind were blowing when it's depressingly and disturbingly still right now. Like this is very much a burner on top of a stove on top of the servant's head. Um, and you get the impression that it's actually taking some amount of willpower to not be destroying stuff right now.
Okay. I assume she's not gonna get an answer.
You're not getting words out of this one, no.
Um, I would like Bjorn to let Annis and Ida know that there are two servants up here and not just the one. And he does in fact recognize that like as the servant from Botany because Mishka and Bjorn
Yeah. You saw him.
ran into that.
You saw
Yeah.
him from a distance.
So he's gonna let the two of them know. So if Annis wants to say anything, ayo.
Two servants. Oh my god, we're so fucked. And she's gonna send back. Why are there two servants?
He's like, that I am unsure,
My god.
but he's waiting for Aiden to appear. Do we want to send him forward, or have him lead them back? Like, what do you want to go for this route?
Hmm. Way is the big tree from the pond.
How far away?
Yeah.
Um, not too miserably far away. Like, let me, for simplicity, I'm going to draw arrows on the maps so that you can see the distance to
Okay.
the edge of the map, and then I will tell you the distance in between those so that you're getting real
Okay.
numbers and not just spitballing stuff because it'll matter. So, first line from the tree to the edge of the map there is 130 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
From the edge of the other map to, I'm just going to draw it to like the edge of the water.
Mm-hmm.
That is 160 feet. So
So
Okay.
it's
between those, you're
290.
at 290, and there's another 100 feet between them.
Okay.
So, like, it's not
So
like you could pretty much see from the pond a little flicker of light all the way over there, but like, it's obviously beyond like the group and it's still kind of far away. But like, if you wanted to cover that distance, it is within math.
hmm. I don't know. Do you want to go talk to the butcher?
He looks at Annis is like, if I guess I go, I don't want to fight in a town. Maybe we
No.
can pull him this way. I'm not fighting in
Well,
that town.
he can't do anything. It's really his servant, and I guess the other servant, that we'd be trying to lead here, which is extremely dangerous because she's so fast. Well, I mean, as far as they know, your servant doesn't have to be close to you, so you can still go and we can still hang out here. and
Yeah.
wait.
Okay. Let's do this. And Aiden will let Bjorn know that he'll come over there to let them know that he's on the way, but he's, make it like clear if need to be. He's not fighting in that town, and that's why he is not in the town. That's why Diana kind of is messenger. So Bjorn will then let Diana know, like, hey, he's coming over. You could play it off as, you know, kept away for this reason, but he's staying outside the perimeter.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Bjorn. She's gonna look at the butcher again and be like, okay, my buddy here just relayed a message, and Aiden got back to us. He does not want to meet inside the town, but he is willing to meet with you. You just have to come a little further outside the town.
He's going to bring his servant so that they can give each other a looky-loo, and then we can go about our business.
The servant will be there.
All right, then. Sounds fun. Just as a
Say,
reminder,
I don't know.
in the event of shenanigans,
Reminder?
there will be counter shenanigans.
I mean, we almost expect it at this point.
Then you're paying attention. All right. Lead on.
Bjorn will send over the message of if there are shenanigans, be prepared for counter shenanigans over to Anis and Aiden. Just so they have a heads up.
Have you taken that potion yet? Seems like there's going to be retaliation for shenanigans.
Yeah, Aiden would have taken the strength potion.
All right, so you're going to have her take the potion?
How long is the duration on it? I'm pretty
That should be
sure
it's really
it's like
long.
an
It's
hour.
It lasts for a
But
bit.
yeah,
Let me.
she's gonna go ahead. Oh, that's Mishka. She's gonna go ahead and have her take it. Yeah, that's to be
All
safe
right.
than sorry. But
Foresight
if
lasts
there's
for
like
8
8
hours.
hours.
8
Yeah.
hours, all right, we are good.
Yeah.
Shiguchi.
All right. Then I will apply foresight for 8 hours to her. Delicious.
Can you apply a potion of strength to me?
Maybe. Potion of strength.
Mhm.
Is it the one that sets your strength to a number, or is it the one that gives you like advantage on strength?
It's the one that sets your strength to 20 or something like that. You should have
Is
it
it
in
Hill
your
Giant?
inventory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have yeah, I have that over here. And it lasts for an hour?
And it's
Okay.
Derek's
Yeah.
favorite potion. Oh, it's
Look,
21, excuse me.
oh my god. Even
Yeah,
better.
I've got it here. I have an effect that's labeled Annis Hill Giant Strength because
Fuck yeah.
You have Anna still giant strength.
I'm
Congratulations.
so strong.
Typically.
And is strong.
all
You
right,
feel
let's
empowered with the the
I
might
gotta
of
rip
your
off my
best
non-existent
friend, and
shoes.
God.
all right.
Derek is like, I'm not gay, but
All right.
Cry.
The effect has been added to you. Your strength should now be 21 for the purposes of rolls. It shouldn't update it on your character sheet, but for rolls it should treat you as 21.
Okay.
And let me find foresight. I don't know that it has an effect in here because of all the stuff that it does, but let's find out. Foresight's a complicated spell. It's a 9th level spell, so yeah. I'm just going to manually type that and we'll just have to keep track of it. For the benefits of everyone listening, to help keep me honest on this one, bestow a limited ability to see into the immediate future. For the duration, the target can't be surprised and has advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. Additionally, other creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target for the duration. So, advantage on pretty much everything for 8 hours. And flavor-wise, can't be surprised, which is neat.
Yay.
All right, let's just create one that's just called. I feel like I should already have that programmed in here somewhere, but I guess not. Just invent one real quick. Boop, boop, boop. Oop, I typed ode into foresight, which sounds much worse.
Hmm.
All right, so advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. ADV attack, ADV check, ADV save. All of them for 1 hour. No, 8 hours.
8 hours.
8 hours. All right, foresight. Hopefully that will automate this and we don't have to worry about me forgetting. Belle can see the code. She can see the code before it was written. All right, glug glug. All right, anyone else firing off anything before they get there?
Let me double check, make sure everything's. I already did the bonds earlier. No. Yes.
No, because
No.
Mishka's
I
not
was
there. You
told.
didn't do the bonds.
Yeah. Yeah, that was when shit goes down. Okay.
Mhm.
Got the strength potion. I did all of my preemptive shit with Iden. Yeah, like Enon knows. Hey, Iden's going up there. Keep more towards like Bell currently.
Is he
You know,
still
still
off map?
Imperial. Yeah, he's off
Okay.
like he's not too far. Like I need
Uh-huh.
him near Bell if anything.
Okay.
But he's still
I'm going to move him to the
a
other map
little
then,
bit.
but he's still not within the visible tiles.
Yeah. Just because I need him, if anything happens, I need him to be able to get to Bell immediately.
Right.
Let's see. So in the illusion, this cliffside that we're near is actually a wall, right? Or outside of it.
So without the illusion, you can see that there's actually a a bit more to the area. Like there's a little bit of a dip from there. Like it well, I say dip, but actually from where you're at, yes, it's more of a cliff up. It goes to an upper area. There's an irrigation system in place for some of the water here and a bridge that kind of goes over all of that. The bridge is currently hidden by your illusion, unless you want to say that it's there. Like obviously I'm working off of someone else's maps, but it's your
Right.
call.
I think you would leave the bridge there just in case someone bumped into it
That's
on
fair.
accident, and then
They're like,
they'd
there was a bridge
immediately be
here.
able
What
to
the
tell there
fuck?
was an illusion.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Like we
That
can
being
cycle
said,
between them whenever you want to. So
yeah, I think Annis would be over here behind this rock. Because even though the rock wouldn't look like it's there in the illusion, she'd still not be visible behind it.
yeah, like you can't make things invisible with the illusion. So it just looks like it's an overgrown like mound of grass or something.
Okay.
Like it's not gonna look like a perfectly level field because that would actually be suspicious. So
Mm-hmm.
like the screen that you can see right now is how the world actually is. Um,
Mm-hmm.
give or take sheep. Like I don't think there are actually sheep there right now because it's nighttime, but you get the idea.
Probably
Uh,
not. But Annis also wouldn't disguise couldn't disguise them, but
no.
she wouldn't because like if you just hear baaing from a field and don't see sheep, you're gonna either think it's haunted or be very suspicious.
Look,
Gotta
I'm
watch out
here
for
to be haunted by the sheep, okay?
The phantom sheep, what bars at midnight?
So yeah, so Annis would be hanging out behind that rock so that she's not spotted when they come.
Yeah, that is what Derek would do as well then. Gotta make sure he has a
Cool.
shadow handy for
Mm-hmm.
Derek stuff.
For teleportation reasons.
Oh, did I accidentally drag both of you?
Oh, whoops. They're
I think I
bonded.
I
Oh
think I
no.
still had Iden selected when I dragged Derek, and that's why it pulled both of you. Hold on. Let me drag Iden back out. There you go.
Yay.
All right, illusion back on. Boop.
Ooh. All right, yeah, Iden will start heading towards like the edge and kind of stand there at the edge.
Okay.
Good luck and don't get killed.
I'll try. Uh, to the edge.
No, 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 no. All right. So trot, 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 trot. So Iden trots up to the edge. The party in town, because Diana's kind of leading that group, are you like how close are you walking to the butcher and his servants? Like, are you pretty much just walking and letting them lag behind you? Are you letting them get close? It's kind of your call.
So she's gonna walk and basically flip flop the way that they had been walking before with the um basically the bears are still behind her, so it's like her, then the bears, and then the butcher and the servants.
Okay,
But she's leading them with enough like distance that, if any shenanigans were to happen, then she'd at least have a little bit of warning.
fair. Okay. Um,
But she'll keep turning around to check and make sure they're still following behind her.
yeah. What are the bears doing? Are you like moonwalking to keep an eye on them? Like,
Oh, absolutely. You know my ass is moonwalking.
He's like walking at an angle where he can still see Diana, but can also see them. Specifically, he's keeping the butcher in a making direct eye contact with him whenever he can.
doing like a JoJo walk?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay,
Amazing.
so yeah, I'm gonna drag the lot of you up just to illustrate that that's what's happening. But um, as you're walking, not that you can necessarily see because it's like, not a well-lit area, but your side
Yeah,
flanky
sure, sure.
NPCs are kind of repositioning themselves as appropriate.
Mhm.
Like they don't want to just get left behind. Well, no one knows what Buck's doing, but Freddie and Morgan are repositioning themselves accordingly. Buck is currently hiding in a plant. Um, as far as you're aware, it's kind of hard to tell. He's Buck. Um, yeah, the two of them are walking forward. As you can kind of hear the the botany servant just sort of humming to himself and occasionally whistling. Like he seems to just be like treating this like it's a job.
Yeah.
He hasn't said anything yet, but he's kind of just like taking like a bit of a smug walk to him, a little bit of swagger, like he's just enjoying being here. Um, whereas the other one looks like she wants to snap and start burning things. So, contrast.
Yeah.
But you are
Say
successfully
as
moving.
they're walking,
Mhm.
yeah, as they're walking, Diana wants to like basically direct some conversation in the other servant's direction and see if he'll respond at all.
Go for it.
Um, she's like, all right, so I know by just the stories that I've heard that Miss Fireball over there is the butcher's servant. I don't know who you are, she says, pointing or turning and like pointing back to the other servant.
he he smiles and then he sort of flexes a little bit and winks, and then he says, "Oh, don't worry, I'm a freelancer. I mean, I've got a boss, but we're flexible. We do what we can. Just making ends meet, getting by in the world, all this crazy stuff. We're just here to have a good time." And honestly, I'm for one very happy that you guys decided to take this down the road because I really didn't want to have to watch this place burn to the ground because I'm not really allowed to stop that. That's not my job, but it would have been real sad. These cats are super nice.
Are they're very the ones I have met have been very kind.
They're super neat and they absolutely don't know what money's worth, which I'm a fan of.
Oh, did you get some deals earlier?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like not like, stuff that I couldn't get anyway, but it's the novelty of it. Like you'd be amazed what you can trade a cat to get stuff. Like, yeah, they're like shiny stuff, but like you show up with some fish, oh, they are into that, like crazy into that.
Oh, so you had fish with you.
I mean, I picked some up on the way in when I heard we were going to a cat place.
Okay, okay. Um,
I thought they'd like it, and they did. Worked out. Super nice
did you buy
people.
it from the shop or did you catch it or?
Oh, I picked it up on the way over. Trip up river.
Hmm. You've got a lot of tattoos there.
Thank you for noticing. And he flexes again.
I feel like Bjorn, just to play it up, be like, yeah, have you seen my friend over here? He's got tattoos too. And just pulls up like the sleeve flex. Flex, my friend.
Oh, yes, many tattoos. Would take off shirt and show them off, but I want to be decent.
I'm not wearing a shirt. You do you, buddy.
You know what? That is fair. He just takes off the shirt,
Yeah.
slaps it into his bag,
Nice.
flexes.
Where'd you
There
get
are
your ink
definitely
done?
tattoos on his biceps too. Nobody noticed because they were so taken aback by the chest tattoos.
Oh man, I'm really glad we aren't gonna have to kill you. This is so great. We should hang out later.
We should hang out later. Compare
Abs-
tattoo.
abs- absolutely. Now I don't have one, but
We could
I
help
was
you with
thinking.
that. Holy, you
I was
tell you
just
what, like one of us will hold you down, and the other one write their name. It's gonna be great.
ooh, ooh. Are you a fan of bears? You down for a bear tattoo? Yes.
I've met a few bears. They're all right. They're all right. I mean, you know, you guys seem to be into them. I respect that. You know what you like. You're into it. You commit. You're not afraid. That's important.
Yeah. Oh, I like this one, Mishka.
Yes, I hope we don't have to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you don't have to try. I mean, honestly, you guys are the best conversation I've had in a while. This one over here is all meh, all the damn time.
Have you ever been to Waffle House?
A Waffle House. Oh no, but for whatever reason, the Grail decided I needed to know about those. Maybe they're important. I don't know. That's
Like,
weird.
I'll treat you. It's all good. Excellent.
Oh, excellent. I am
This
down
one
for
is
that.
very good too.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
This is gonna
I
be
like
great. And he looks over at the butcher. He's like, "Come on, dude. We can go to Waffle House. It's gonna be awesome." Ugh. Yeah, he really doesn't like me, but he's stuck with me because I could just leave and then he's fucked. So here we are.
I
That's
mean,
how,
go
that's
ahead.
how it works.
I'm just saying, why don't you? You say you're
Well, I
man
can't
of
really
your
leave. Everyone
stuff.
talks about work like they could just leave, but it's professionalism. Got to be a pro
I
about
mean, you can't
this.
be paid more, better
Are
offers.
you implying that I'm a mercenary?
I
You
mean,
did
are
say you're
you?
a freelancer.
Yeah,
That is
freelancer.
true. I am really big on just going what pays good. You guys got me. You're right. You guys are fun.
Bjorn sends a message to Andis and Iden like, "Hey, we might be able to buy this guy out. He's pretty chill. I like him. How much
So
money we got?
Wait, what?
how much money we got?
Yeah, how much money we got?"
That's really rude to ask.
That was
No,
not
Like,
in
no,
character.
that was in the head to like Annis and Iden. Like, hey, this guy can be bought out. How much money we got?
Um, it depends on how much. It depends on what currency. What are you talking about?
That's fair. Bjorn turns around to this guy. So, how much did he pay you? I'm just curious.
Oh, I'm not the one who handles the money. Money's irrelevant to me. I'm not even going to be here in a few weeks. I'm just here for a good time.
Mm. Okay, okay.
Now,
I do like this guy.
I like
Boss
this
Man,
guy.
now Boss Man, like, yeah, he got stuff, but like that's between them. Like, I'm not gonna talk about his business. I'm not a gossip.
Mm.
Anyway, I'm being rude. What are your names? I would really like to know
Oh,
your names so that, if we don't kill each other, we can hang out and be friends.
oh, absolutely. I am Bjorn.
I am Mishka.
If Bjorn says this dressed as a fucking woman still.
And Mishka is just shirtless, walking
Oh,
around shirtless.
you guys, it's so weird because I had all these languages dumped in my head. You're just bear and bear. Do you guys know that?
Yes.
No idea. Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You
Crazy.
guys you're so committed to theme. I love it.
Look, we have another spot. You can join in. We're here for it.
Well, I'm
Indeed.
no bear, but like I'm not allowed to tell you my name. Boss was very specific about it, but you can call me what everybody else does. Hi, I'm Saber.
Nice to meet you. What did you say we could call you again? It cut out on my side.
Saber.
Oh, just Saber. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ah. Nice to
Ah,
meet you, Saber.
nice to meet you, Saber.
Bjorn goes,
You guys too. Like, yeah, I know. I don't want to brag too much, but it's kind of the best class.
oh. I am not familiar with Grail War. Why is it best class?
Because whoever gets to be a saber always makes it to the end. Like it's like some
Oh.
informal rule or something. Like got a good combo streak. There's been like 5 or 6 of these things, and saber always makes it to the end.
Whoa.
So I'm making long-term plans. We're talking like a week and a half from now. It's gonna be great.
Must be you must have your sword sheathed then, just suspiciously looking at the very clear fishing pole type spear he's holding.
Oh, this. I mean, it's you'd be amazed what counts.
Mm.
The saber class is full of sabers, I guess.
In theory.
So, um,
But yeah, as
Yes,
you can
Bjorn's
tell,
no word,
I'm
Anis.
Saber. This over here is Shouter, because that's what she does all the damn time. And this guy back here is
Mm.
Butcher, which isn't a class, but it's a fun thing we got going on.
Oh,
Mhm.
he shouts and he butches and you sabe?
He butches like nobody's business.
Yeah, like I said, Bjorn is warning Anis and Aiden. Yeah, so this other person, we call them Saber apparently. That's their name. You're gonna give that info.
joking.
No dying.
He butchers like God.
Oh, fucking Christ.
So, not that I believe this at all, but apparently we're fighting a saber.
Aiden's just like, we got this. We just gotta lure him in. Oh, he's too far from you now. I forgot I'm not next to you.
Oh, good. And basically just said that to Derek, and maybe she said it loud enough that Cersei could hear, and that's about it.
Yeah. I kind of moved him a little bit back so that way when you put them on the map, he's not literally on top of them. He's like
Sure,
30 feet away.
that's
Okay.
fair.
Yeah, I realized that when you do transfer that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would like to see
Caster's
him do.
gonna like so you've communicated to her what's going on. Uh,
Yeah.
she's gonna reply, okay, well, that class is known for magic resistance, so if this is gonna work, we'll have to factor that in.
She sends back to Bjorn through the mental thing. Is he holding a sword? Did you mean that sarcastically, or are we actually fighting a saber?
Uh, the Sabers made it clear that they're just watching over this guy, right? Like he doesn't want to kill us. Like when they were talking, you said.
Like, from his behavior, like this is a good opportunity. Like everyone who is physically there with them, feel free to roll insight. This is actually what it's for. See what you can pick up off
Yeah,
of his, body language and actual words.
I will.
One. Oh yeah, Mishka fully believes that this is a Saber class servant.
26, baby.
That's a good number.
17. Yeah.
All right.
Mishka's too distracted by all the tattoos.
Fair. There are a lot of them. Okay. Yeah,
Way to go,
Mishka,
Diana.
this guy says he's Saber, so he's probably a Saber. Uh, Bjorn, the vibe that you're getting out of this guy, you've met people like this before. They're typically people that don't last more than a little bit at the Waffle House. Like they're kind of passing through. They show up, they do their
Yeah.
stuff, they get in a few fights as you do, and then eventually they move on to whatever else. It's a purely transitory type person. Um,
Yeah.
the way that he's talking about himself, he seems to be like pretty self-confident, but also like he doesn't give you the vibe that he's trying to bullshit you. He's just going about like
It-
he's not actually in any danger. You see a little bit of that in the
yeah.
Waffle House too. Um, and
Totally. Yes.
for Diana, um,
Mm-hmm.
this dude seems to be 100% like on the level to you. Like he is absolutely casually bragging about being what's considered the strongest class. He seems to believe it. Um, Nothing he said gives you the impression that he's trying to mislead you. He just has such a level of confidence in his abilities and his safety that he doesn't seem to feel the need to be really on his guard. He's just essentially treating all of you like this is a fun novelty thing for him, not like you're actually a threat to him.
Hmm. Diana's still gonna be suspicious.
That is fair. But since you know his class now, I'm not worried about Fantasy Grounds giving that away, so I will share you his picture. Because it's going to absolutely just dump his class on it because I renamed
Oh,
him.
yep.
Hmm.
Yep,
Damn those cities.
yeah, that's him.
Neat.
Yep. Confirmed Saber.
Well, shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, so a lot of you walking, having a casual time. Um, because this is taking a few minutes walking and talking, we're going to jump back to Penelope and then we're going to come right back here when they make it to the other map. So, are we good to continue right
I have
now?
to
Does
BRB
anyone
for
need
a
a
second.
break?
Yeah, BRB for a second. I've got a phone call. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. This is a good time to take a quick break. Like, we're going to be doing a lot of talking and stuff.
Hey,
So, we'll just do a 5-minute break. We are back. Sound has returned. We are jumping to the other side of town, where currently Penelope and Johnny and new guy Rowan are walking and talking. So, as I was saying before, I'm contractually obligated to make sure that my servant keeps the butcher safe until his conditions are met, at which point we will be free to do whatever it is we decide to do. So, what I would suggest to you and your friends would be to coordinate with us before you break his contract, and then we will behave in accordance with whatever we agree to.
Um, so about that. um, I mean, they don't really want to break the contract.
Suppose not. It is quite a disadvantage to him, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, the circumstances that you're in now um, put you at a bit of a disadvantage, given, as far as I can tell, there are 4 servants in the area, and I can account for the butcher's servant and my own. And based on some process of elimination, I have to assume that the other present servants are not well equipped for the battle, given one of them cannot look at one of the other servants present without ending this contract. And regardless of which class that is, that puts you at a disadvantage. And again, candidly, my servant is quite dangerous. And I fear if you're coming into that conflict at a disadvantage, your friends and allies will be unlikely to get through this intact. And I'm not saying that as a threat, it's just a fact.
Mm.
So, my proposal to you to pass along to your friends would be that I personally have no interest in helping Motley Apex any longer than I already have. And for obvious reasons, it would benefit me if he were removed as another master in the Grail War. And
Mm-hmm.
his servant is quite dangerous as well. So, the ideal outcome that I think you would agree would be that rather than a 2 versus 2 fight among servants, 3 versus 1. And
And in theory, that would be your servant and the 2 servants that are not the butcher's servant.
correct.
Okay.
And the position that you're in right now is, of course, that you can't enable that to happen without ending the contract that is binding him, as I cannot help you until that happens. Uh, Now, that all said, it benefits me as well if 2 masters and their servants are defeated in this when they are at their own disadvantage. So we're in a position now where I, as a businessman, am open to offers to convince me that it is better for me to eliminate 1 servant than 2.
I mean, fair enough. Um, I will say that we've detected. Oh my god, sorry, my throat is acting weird. Hold, please.
Do do do
Mm,
do do do.
mm. Hydration is important.
I agree.
Ooh. Okay. So, I mean, obviously, since I'm the ruler's assistant, I'm not really supposed to be playing favorites.
He holds up the envelope, aren't you, though?
Look, Look, can't help it that, you know, he's been identified as a threat. Doing what I have to do to make this war go off without a hitch and to the, to the ruler's satisfaction. Excuse me. I apparently didn't drink enough water before I came over here. Um, I we also have the other problem that's kind of lurking around here that's also causing an issue with making this whole ritual go off without a hitch.
You're talking about the tree.
I am.
Yes, I'm familiar with it. There aren't many from my department who have not at least heard legends of it. That will certainly be an issue for the relatively near future should it continue to sap away at the ley lines that support the ritual here.
Right. So here's what I'm hoping for, at least. I can't really control what you do. Well, I can't really control what you do at all, honestly. But like if we had your help eliminating the butcher from this whole equation, then we're able to focus on the next problem, which is Einash. And since you're part of botany, I have a feeling that you've got, you know, you'd like to see that problem taken care of as well, right?
Eh, the tree is a problem for the outcome of the war, and once we're past that, and you know, presumably one of the masters, such as myself, gets a wish, I'm less concerned about it. But it does present a certain risk to the integrity of the war itself, as you're aware, and addressing that sooner rather than later would be ideal. Unfortunately, I can't lend any of my resources to that effort until the butcher's released from his situation, be it through facing the other servant or his death.
Right. And correct me if I'm wrong on this one, but I heard you've had a little bit of a run-in with the lore department. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, we have our rivalries.
Do you want to tell me a little more about that?
Is that what you want to talk about while your friends are engaging with the other servants? Because I'm happy to talk about it. I mean, I am all about spreading clock tower gossip. It's what we do to pass the time, but this is really your opportunity to make things happen sooner rather than later, because I also benefit if my servant hurts most of your servants and then kills the butcher servant as well. So flexibility. Don't go
Where?
in without a plan that works out for you no matter what happens.
Trust me, I'm fully aware. Um, I can talk to my friends and see if they can nullify this contract.
How about we actually make a how about I make an offer that you can pass along to your friends and see if they're
Okay.
interested, acknowledging that they're not necessarily in the best place to make rational decisions, but it is what that is. Um, Ask your friends how they see this conflict ending and what resources they expect to expend in order to win. Because realistically, in this conflict, there's a good chance that one or both of them will die or lose their servant. But even if they prevail, there's a good chance that doing so will come at the cost of likely several of their command spells. So, what I would propose is look at the value of those command spells and decide, are they worth more than turning an enemy into an ally? Because for the facilitation from the ruler, masters can exchange command spells with one another. I would say that if they are willing to, between them, I care not which one, provide me with one of their command spells, we will simply leave you right here the second it's over, and you are welcome to do whatever you wish to the butcher with no conflict from us. And if they would like a help, I would be happy to take a command spell from each of them and unleash the full power of my servant on the butcher's servant, ideally with their assistance, just to get this through faster before there's more collateral damage. And then once it's over, we can all take a little trip over to the church in Residuum, and I can collect my payment, and you'll get through this likely in the most intact way possible. So that is an offer that they can take or leave.
I mean, I can certainly run it by him. No, how willing they'd be to, jump into that, but
That is their prerogative, of course.
yeah. And just just so that just for my own just reassurance, how can or I want to trust you and that you won't have your servant attack them and that you'll help with defeating the butcher and his servant. Is there a way that you can positively guarantee that if we are able to carry out this exchange the way you'd like it, that you will go through with that?
Well, you have the advantage in that I would have to help you before I get paid, as you would need my assistance right now, and we would all need to go visit the ruler and Residuum to exchange the command spells. So I'm actually taking a risk if I agree to do this for you. There's nothing that says you won't simply flee after the battle is over and leave me with nothing. But based on the fact that you have additional problems to come in the future, I assume you, as a facilitator for the ruler, carry some amount of clout with these people and will hold them to their agreement.
Yeah, it's true.
But suffice it to say, if I don't uphold my end of the deal, then there is no deal, and you do not have to pay anything. Your friends will probably be dead, but
Hmm.
that's kind of what looks like it's on the table at the moment anyway.
Now, before I bring this to them, I do have one more question. Does it have to be their command seal specifically?
Do you have someone else's command seals that you have to offer?
I can, but I can't tell you who they are.
That is certainly a complicated offer.
Right.
Uh,
But it gives you more of a guarantee that this will happen the way you're proposing it. In case
I
someone
do
is
not care which other master provides the command seals, as long as I'm getting paid. Now, I'm assuming you don't have another master willing to sacrifice a command seal for a fight that they're not in. And if the ruler is offering resources, then that is her prerogative, and who am I to question that? You work for her. But my goal is to walk away from this with more marks on my hand than I have right now. And ideally, with at least one less other master servant combination to deal with. I don't actually care where they come from.
okay. That's all I needed to know. But yeah, let's see what we can do.
Sounds good to me. And at this point, you're kind of coming up on the town proper, even as the others have left the town. So, just to give you a sense of distance.
Gotcha.
You could see the tree in the dark.
Cool.
All right, back to the other group, or you communicating with them through whatever means you want to use. Like, you have a little bit of time before the actual fighting starts if you want to try to coordinate this, but not a lot because obviously the others are walking up.
Wait, who do I have connection to now? Because Bjorn is connected to.
I don't think you have a direct connection to anybody. You'd have to use a
Yeah, I
sending.
used a sending last time.
You'd have to use another sending.
Oy.
But if you send to like Annis again, she can talk to Bjorn, and then Bjorn could talk to both Annis and Aiden, get the information to send back to Annis, and then Annis can give you the sending in return back with the actual answer.
Though keeping in mind we're kind of fudging the way sending works. Like, I'm okay with that, but it can't just be like a protracted back and forth, like 20-minute conversation and then you respond. Like,
Yeah.
it's supposed to all be done like within 10 seconds.
Ah.
Like, it's just send a message, they send it back. We obviously fudge it because people take time to think about how they're going to reply, but like, it's not like it's a lingering and then you can have a long and in-depth discussion. Like,
Okay.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Penelope is going to do a sending to Annis specifically,
Okay.
and then Annis can disperse the information however she wants. But so
she's sending to Annis. Annis will be able to send it to Bjorn, but not get a response from Bjorn.
right.
She could.
Well, in that
You
10
have
seconds,
connection to Bjorn. You can just talk to Bjorn.
Yeah, but okay. How you want this to be is she sends to Annis. Annis relays the information to Bjorn. Bjorn relays it to Aiden. Aiden sends back a message.
Oh wait.
Bjorn relays it back to Annis, and then Annis relays it back to Penelope. But that's not probable in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So Annis is going to just respond and then send it and then go, "Hey Bjorn, this just happened."
Okay.
Yeah, that's yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so Penelope is sending to Annis.
Okay.
It's going to say,
Actually, would Annis have time to talk in her head to Cersei, or a similar thing where it'd be a one-way thing and she wouldn't be able to wait for Cersei to respond and then respond to Penelope, right?
you can communicate pretty quickly with Cersei.
Okay.
Like, she, like, again, I'm not gonna like stick out like a tiny like 1 minute counter or whatever. I'm just trying to avoid this being a 1 hour thing because you just realistically wouldn't have that level of depth. So like,
Yeah.
you can
okay,
bounce some information. Everyone can weigh in with like a quick response. I'm not going to be too super picky about it, but just don't let it become like the rest of the session.
Okay.
Yeah.
actually, I could just send to Bjorn.
Whatever you want to do.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and send.
Yeah,
to
just
Annis.
send to Annis.
Sorry. Okay.
acknowledging that Annis may not respond in the way that other people are wanting her to respond.
All right. So what she's gonna send to Annis is butcher or no, hold on. Bakery is gone. Ran into botany master. Offering a deal to team up against Butcher, asking for command seals in return. My way now.
Bitch.
Bitch.
Command seals. And she'll just, without talking to anyone else, she'll just go, yeah, sure, fine. Let's just give him what he wants. Whatever we can do to get through this fight without dying. I don't even know if that was 25 words.
Bitch, bitch, bitch,
Where's
bitch,
your
bitch, bitch,
language?
bitch.
Bitch.
Okay, good. That was Annis. She added a bitch.
And then Annis will, to Bjorn and Cersei at the same time, the Botany Master is willing to team up with us against the Butcher if we offer him command seals. I assume otherwise he's against us in this fight. Did you guys catch that?
No, I heard you. I always try to let the players prioritize responses before
Okay, I
enthusiasts.
wasn't sure if
Yeah.
Bill was gonna go first. I'm so
No, like
sorry.
I try to make sure the players get to say things first because I don't want to like accidentally railroad you. So you go ahead and then
Okay.
I'll give you Bell's response.
Yeah, I mean, Bjorn will just relay it over to Iden since, you know, Annis has command seals and Iden has command seals, but he does not. Um, so yeah, he relays that over. He lets Annis know that he's relayed that info. What's the call, Captain?
I mean, I've already agreed to pony up at least one of mine, if necessary. I just want to get through this fight without everyone dying.
All right. He'll relay it over to Iden. And Iden just kind of nods back towards Annis. So yeah. Just kind of like, did they say how many question mark? And he'll relay that to Annis.
No, unfortunately, no. Just more than one.
Plural. Okay. I mean, Iden's kind of like he relays over this hopscotch game of it's just like if we've already said yes, we're already committed. So let's go.
Okay. Cersei response in your head is it's not a bad deal, especially if it means we get to watch his servant fight. If we
Exactly.
if we can come out of this with the butcher servant gone, ideally the butcher gone, and an understanding of what the saber servant is or who they are, and then we can walk away from this and plan, that's probably worth the price.
Right.
Facts. Facts.
What are you saying?
Saying
Facts.
fast.
It's your
Oh,
facts. Little whisper of the wind. You're right, Belle. You're right.
I thought
Fax
you were saying
machine.
axe, and I'm like, is
I like
that
to imagine it's Hemlock just whispering into the wind. Facts.
Fax. Fax.
Facts. So you
What
don't know
the
where he's learned
hell?
from.
You need me to fax?
Yeah,
I
no,
don't know
no,
how to
I'm
work
here
a
for it.
fax machine. I can barely work a keyboard.
I'm here for this deal. I've got no qualms with it.
God, I was still using a fax machine in 2005 because I worked at a place that still used a fax machine.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's not great. They suck. It's kind of a testament to how crappy technology was that fax machines lasted as long as they did. and are still in use in very specific places now.
Anyway, like I said, Annis at this moment is trying to stave off a panic attack. She's willing to do almost whatever to ensure that they make it out of the fight alive, and hopefully with the butcher and his servant dead.
Yeah. Okay. So you have communicated back to Penelope that
Yeah.
like you were
I
accepting
didn't.
the deal. So
Mhm.
um, in the interest of like closing this up in the most coherent way, Penelope, we're going to go back to you, and then we'll probably stick with the other group for the rest of this.
Okay. Um, and she's gonna look at Rowan and be like, "So it sounds like they might actually want to take the deal."
Excellent choice on their part. I appreciate the opportunity to resolve this entire mess as cleanly as possible and to remove a problem from the world. In that case, all I need is for your friend's servant to look his servant in the eye, even if it's from the point of a bow or a staff, and I will instruct mine to strike the moment the restriction is lifted, and then you can go from there.
Okay. Um, wait, so is that really all they have to do? Is just stare at each
That's my understanding. He keeps talking about making googly eyes and playing patty cake. Like he has a strange infantilization thing going on with his dialogue, but
other?
it sounds to me like he's taking the servant literally. So I'm not a lawyer. I'm certainly not a mage lawyer. I'm running off of the rules that he had. What I do know from other GS before is that the moment the condition is fulfilled, all parties involved will know. So considering this was signed by uh, Motley Apex and Iden Suncatcher, the second this happens, they will both know, and both of their servants will know, because presumably they are still close enough to be connected to that, and then all hell will break loose. But once all hell breaks loose, my servant will know what to do.
Penelope face palms. Like, oh my god.
I would
Hey,
recommend we
calm
stay
down.
back here to avoid the collateral, personally.
Um, yeah, but I do need to, and I do need to talk to them and get them to get this in motion.
Of course. Well,
Because right now they just know, servant will help you if you give up the command seals. You know, you can only say so many things in 25 words.
I understand completely. We actually have a shorthand code that we use in my department when sending it, gets it a bit further.
Oh
It's
boy.
strange. We got the idea from this ridiculous child from modern magecraft who was explaining to us how text messages can be made more succinct. Um, the the boy is a fool, but in many ways he is also brilliant. Cut to Flat
Flat
sneezing
is
somewhere.
she's Penelope's like, man, you need to text Flat. It's been a while. Anyway, puts phone away.
Hey, Flat is
um,
a master in at least one war.
ugh. um, so they're about to where the tree is now, right?
Yep. You are now in this
Okay.
weird thing where you arriving where the tree is, you can see a crowd of people at the midway point between the town and the pond ahead. Um, Using your dark vision, you can even with it, you can only see so far out, but like the flaming head's kind of obvious. Um,
Yeah.
and that illuminates the people immediately around it, so you can see Diana and the bears just past them. You can see the servant from the would-be attack on the base for lore, and you can see the obviously the flame-haired servant, and you can see the back of the butcher from here. So lots of stuff going on this long stretch.
Oh boy.
Like I don't know what
Um,
your dark vision range is,
I think it's
but
120.
yeah, like that's not going to be far enough to see past like the edge of the map.
Gotcha.
So like yeah, there's a light source in the middle, but it only goes so far. Like the flaming head is not actually a beacon. So, but yeah, you can see far enough in the distance to know that stuff is about to go down. And once light sources start appearing in places, assuming they do, you'll be within, you know, visual cue for any kind of spells or abilities that require distance within that distance, because you're about like 400 total feet away from the water. So you're like 300-ish away from Iden. I don't know. Looking at the map, whatever that is. Um, Actually, Iden's right on the edge of that map, so never mind. Iden's a bit
Yeah.
closer.
Okay.
Can I have them
You backed
I'm
him up,
just
right? There.
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't notice you did that before. Yeah.
Yeah.
seeing who she can see up ahead. Like Penelope's just gonna do. See, oh, they are way too far ahead for her to do that. Ooh, one sec. Oh no. Okay, would you say Diana and the bears are within 120 feet?
Um, from the tree, like they're not on the map
Or
anymore, so they're
yeah.
not. Um,
Can they get close enough to get within 120 feet?
like Penelope could, you know, use her, you know, time to run up and close enough at that distance. Like you're running in the dark, so like everyone else is walking. Like if you want to run up, you could run up. Like they might not even notice you. It's kind of up to you. You're running in the dark. Um,
Yeah. She'll do that so she can get close enough.
okay.
Um.
As Penelope, give me a stealth check, and we'll just see what do.
Okay.
Do it with advantage because it's dark though.
Okay. 30-20.
Okay. As far as you can tell, no one notices you are running, or if they
Cool.
notice,
Cool.
they don't care. So you become within range of what I'm assuming is the message cantrip.
Yeah. How did you know? Oh my
I
god.
Very
Penelope's
like
love of finger
cantrip.
guns is well documented.
Okay, yeah, she's gonna whisper a message to Diana. Um and be like, "We're almost there. Um we're trying to catch up. Do not let them fight. Do not let them see each other just yet. We're almost there. I I've gotten this figured out. I just need a couple more minutes. We're gonna be running up behind you, so please just keep them from attacking us when we approach, please." And Diana just replies back with a quick, just, oh, oh, okay, okay, I'll handle this. I'll handle this. And she turns to Bjorn and Mishka, and she's like, okay, the Penelope and Johnny, and I assume the other master are pretty close by.
Are you doing this telepathically?
Yeah.
So Bjorn can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Bjorn is also muted.
Yay.
Might be. He relays that over to Annis and Aiden that they're on the way and they're close.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep. Yep.
But she was also trying to relay that to Bjorn and Mishka so that they could stop what they were doing.
Mishka's
I
not connected.
Mishka's connected to Bjorn, I thought.
Oh, he
Yeah.
is? Okay, sorry. Oh, yeah, that is. Hold on. Yeah, not including himself. Yeah, okay, then yeah. Okay, so then he relays that to Mishka in his head. I had to recount.
Okay.
So do we delay? And this is out loud. Let's delay. Or
I don't.
we
Bridge
just
like
need to let them know that she's coming up and do not attack her. Is basically it. She just stops where she's standing and turns around and she looks at the butcher and the two servants. And she's like, hold up a second, hold up.
I'm getting a message here.
Saber, was it?
Yes, Saber, the mighty, the brave, the impressive, the incredibly buff Saber.
Good for you. So I have a friend who's about to come running up who has somebody with her that you might know.
Is it the little one that's running up back there?
Yes.
Excellent. Yeah, she seems super nice.
She is. Do you mind letting her and Johnny, the other one, through? And also your friend?
I mean, I don't mind. I can't speak for these people. Like they're doing their own thing. The
She just
butcher's
looks
like,
at the
of
butcher and
course, that's whatever.
she's just here to deliver a message from the ruler. It's fine.
Uh-huh. As long
Let
as
her do her thing.
the horse gets here, though, if she tries to charm me again, I'm gonna take that as an attack.
She won't. She knows better.
Does she?
She does. I promise you, she does.
Mm-hmm.
Let her through.
So
And
yeah,
then,
the two of them step to the side. The fire hair one stares at her, doesn't move, but doesn't seem to be attacking. It's up to you to
okay.
decide how close or far you want to walk to that one.
She'll she'll keep a healthy distance as much as she can between everybody.
Okay.
But she'll nod to the three of them to basically be like, "Thank you for letting me come through." And then she'll catch up with Diana and the bears.
Okay. I'm gonna just migrate everyone over to the other map now. That seems to be somewhat reasonable. You're not quite there, but at least then we're not pretending you're all in the city anymore. So
Yeah.
I'll just move you over. Boop. Perpetually tiny Diana till I rebuild your token. You don't go up there, get down here.
Like, I do what I want.
Tiny Diana token, get out here.
I had to go
There we go.
find the map again. And I love how it's located directly under the most Bara elf, which is what Montgomery is still labeled as.
Excellent. I mean, you guys have the makings of a muscle party.
We do.
All
Like, you
right.
want bears, you got bears. You want muscly servants, you got muscly servants. You want Montgomery? Good lord, you have Montgomery.
And how? fuck? You're not with them. Get over there. All right. So I'm gonna add them to the map with you. I'm gonna close the Ulthar map now. Goodbye, Ulthar map. No one is there to see you. All right. So I'm gonna let the bunch of you be on this map now. For ease of context, I'm gonna turn the grid on because I know this is a big one. That's how big squares are.
Ooh,
Enjoy.
hooray!
So that's there.
Yay.
You're welcome to like orient yourselves as you see fit. I will let you coordinate amongst yourselves while I add the other NPCs to this map.
I don't know where the Penelope token is, but like,
Oh, because you weren't on that map before. Hold on, let me add you proper. Yeah, you were still. You're on like the fighting map from like 5 sessions ago because you haven't actually had to be on a map. Hold on. Let me just drag you proper. Boop. Same with Johnny. And boop. There you go. You guys are now on the map.
where? Oh, okay. Hold on. I see.
Yep. Way down in the corner.
Ooh. Okay, yeah. Penelope's just gonna keep running, and she's gonna run up to Iden.
Woo.
Zoom.
Wee.
She got the zoomies.
She gets the zoomies pretty often.
She's good for that.
Away.
Yeah, she's gonna run up to Iden and be like, "Okay, Iden,
Mm-hmm.
did
He's looking at her.
you know what's going on, right?"
He nods his head.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
So, in order to make this work, you're gonna have to break the contract.
All right. And he relays that to Enon, so when the butcher gets on the map, he'll just have a little 1v1 conversation with him and then just make it really fucking personal. So yeah, he nods his head. He's gonna break the contract then when it when he shows his little ass up.
Okay. I'd say she runs over to Annis, but that is very far.
She may not be able to see.
Starts speed walking.
She may also not be able to see due to the fact that Annis is actually hiding behind a rock.
Yeah.
Oh,
Annis
Fair.
is
I didn't.
concealed.
Yeah, he'll look at Penelope and be like, "I got you." He'll relay to Bjorn to let Annis know that the contract is gonna have to break for this to work. So he's giving her the heads up. So passing message over.
And then Annis will relay it in her head to Cersei. We're going to
It's
have
okay,
to
Cersei.
fight the butcher at his full power. Apparently, despite all of the work we've put in, we're breaking the contract anyway. So I guess get over here, and you don't have to keep looking like you're on now.
Oh boy. Well, it's for the best, I guess. One way or another, it's going to be over. All right.
We don't have to put you in super danger now. That's good.
Big fan. Big fan. Not going to lie. All right. I'm adding a bunch of stuff to the tracker now because every time I add NPCs to it, I have to apply all of their effects. And there are a lot of effects. Maybe I'll crash the game.
Woohoo!
I hope not. Just so all of you can know how this works, as you're aware, the Butcher has a number of traits that he has taken from phantasmal species.
Yup.
All of
Love
them
that.
are programmed in as effects that I drag onto the combat tracker instance of him so that they are
Oh,
applied as a separate thing from his actual stats.
love that.
It makes it easier for me to see what he gets from what. Um, but it does mean that his NPC section is a wall of text.
Just chaos.
I will show you a picture of it later once you've hopefully killed him and it won't matter anymore.
Hey.
So many things. Yeah, like each of the servants, I consolidated all of their nonsense into like one or two effects. His, I did not, because I programmed his before I knew how to do that. That's on me. But okay, so instructions have been given. What is everybody doing now?
Waiting for that mofo to get up on that fucking screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Penelope's just gonna like go collapse into Johnny's arms for a minute because she's like, I'm tired. I've been running.
That's fair. Yeah, Enon knows he's prepped to throw down. Essentially, like he's gonna give a signal in his head to have him just immediately take pot shots when he calls it.
Okay.
And I guess
Child, please.
Diana
All right.
will scoot out of the way. Like, I don't want to be.
You don't want
I
to
don't
be
want to be
there?
the one. Huh?
You don't want to be right there?
No. Seems like a bad plan.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna move the lot of you up a little bit so I can move them onto the map. If anyone is offended by their new location, tell me and I will move you back. But
Let me double check something really quick too while I'm at it. I need to double check inventory.
I'm just gonna move you up the road a little bit.
Why is this not? Please do not. Why is
Okay,
it not?
now those three can be on the map.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Please.
Doot, doot, doot. All right, I'm gonna make them visible on the map. Uh, boop, boop, and boop. Obviously, ignore the initiatives. It just rolls things for people when you add them to the combat tracker. So,
Yeah.
so there you go. All right. Um, so everyone feel free to refresh where you are as needed. We can move you around and then we can finally push some buttons and see what do.
Woo.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I
Everybody
had
happy with where they
search
are?
and move.
Yeah. I'll move them a little. Hold on. I'll move like right there, like in that pathway.
Oh, I see it. I missed the movement of that. Cersei. Boop. There you go.
If she
There.
doesn't have to be in the line of fire, she is not gonna
She does
be.
not. Like
Like she's got ultra layers of protection right now. She'll be Gucci.
she can also see things slightly before they happen because she has a spider sense.
That's what I'm saying. She's got that foresight.
Yep, and one of the side effects of foresight is rolling initiative with advantage. So
Yeah.
let's see if the game understands that right now when I roll the giant initiative and we get a sense for how this is going to play out. So here we go. Let's see if Iden goes last per tradition. Roll all initiatives. Bam.
Oh shit.
I don't think anyone's surprised that Anon's going first. Let me scroll up and see if Belle got to
Oh
roll. Yep, she
shit.
did roll with advantage. Yep, nice.
Holy shit. Aiden is first in the homies party. He's really pissed. He's taking it to heart.
So we're doing normal initiative, right? Not like a group moves, a group
Correct.
moves.
This is just going to be
Okay.
normal initiative because there's a whole lot of you.
Please.
That said, to set fair expectations, some of these characters have legendary actions. So
And
some things might be happening off that. Um, Oddly enough, there's justification here. If someone ends up in that water, I will give caster layer actions. So
Okay.
if they end up in the water, because that's what she's
If.
doing. So
Big
um,
if.
big if. So like, if you can get someone in there, then I will let you on initiative 20, which is kind of funny because her initiative's 21. But I will let you on initiative 20 um, use the effect that I know you want to use in the water without it having to be a spell, ability, whatever used on your turn. So you can use your initiative 21 to do something, and then on 20 you can make that happen. So that is up to you. Casters are good at territory creation. This is not a proper territory creation, but it fits flavor. So there we go. Okay, well, appropriately enough, Inon is gonna have initiative. So
yeah,
map's so big. So you can role play it out, but the fight will start when he does his thing. So
I mean, yeah, that works out perfectly. Yeah, so the butcher have any shit to say as he rolls up? Fucking throw hands.
he like you're not hiding, right? You're just standing out there?
No, he is waiting for him.
Nice and public.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're up there.
Oh, stop.
All right. So yeah, he sees a lot of you standing around now. Um, and he sees Iden, and he takes a quick look around the whole big open area, and he doesn't appear to see where the lot of you in the north are hiding. So looks over at Iden. He's like, about damn time. You know, we could have had this resolved a bit ago, but whatever. I guess you just wanted to really go hang out here in the grass.
You said you were going to chase me, but seem like you can keep that. Interesting.
Yeah, it's almost like there was a condition where I'm not allowed to stalk creatures.
Hmm. That wasn't really a stalking. It was just a run, right? Just like you didn't stalk people and took them out of my home, right?
I mean,
You
I
found
thought,
workarounds.
oh, was she yours? Oh, that makes a lot more sense. I had a feeling there was some reason she occasionally said your name. Uh, she talks in her sleep, you know that, right?
I'm gonna let you know you made the biggest mistake of your life.
I've made so many. But I'm not the one who invited me to this wonderful little party and gave me a fun light up friend. So, maybe we've all made mistakes. So where's
No,
yours? Where's
no.
your friend at?
Oh, the one that's gonna tear you limb from limb, and myself included.
He's gonna tear you limb from limb too. That's a weird friend you have. Thought mine was the angry one.
No, I'm the angry one right now.
Oh, okay. Got it. Right. You're not gonna like
Mm-hmm.
tie up all the servants and all that. You're not gonna go find a peaceful way to end all this.
Oh, this is peace.
Eldas
I
love
am
and all that
removing
fun
you.
shit.
There's gonna be a lot of love after you're gone, Apex.
Oh, well, guess we'll just see how that works out. So where's your friend? Come on, get this over with. I've been getting kind of bored out here.
Hmm. I see. Would have been nice if you were redeemable. Would have been nice.
Wouldn't that
But
make
you're
this
just a
that much
monster.
harder for you?
We wouldn't even be here.
Where would we be?
You wouldn't be a monster. You would be
Oh,
understanding what you do.
so
And
you're saying that if someone's irredeemable, they're a monster, but if they are redeemable, then they're not a monster? Is that how it works? Are you the one who
some
gets to make
people,
that call?
I think every person that you have slaughtered is allowed to make that call, and the people that you have affected can make that call.
Ah, glad we're doing this by committee. This is great.
Mhm.
So blah blah blah, teenage angst, etc. etc. Bring out your thing, or we're going back. What'd you get? Which one was it? Did you get the one that does the fun arrow shit? Did you get the sneaky stabby one? Like, very curious what Iden Suncatcher would summon.
Hmm. You said you wanted to fight a dragon, right?
Oh, did you get me a dragon? Oh, that'd be fun.
Mm.
But no, you can't summon those. I tried.
Hmm. Interesting, interesting. You said you still wanted wings, right?
Oh, I mean, I was really more interested in like your horse legs, but when I thought about it, I decided I like being able to use like ladders and shit. So no, I'm good now. Thanks though. You wait, are you offering? Did you bring some? Did you pick up some buffalo wings?
He's gonna take one look at him, Levish Tarlu, and he just fucking sprout like wings. And he can't do his action yet, but that's like Enon's gonna know. Pop off that fucking arrow.
Okay. Um, in that case, yeah, we are now in combat. Good job, everybody.
Mm.
So Inan can target him and use whatever you are using. You should be able to see him on the combat tracker, and you do you.
He's gonna go for the servant because she's the biggest threat right now.
Wait, where
Okay.
is Anon?
Off the
He's
He's
not on
map.
the map.
so he's directly across the river, as in hopefully to pull her that way once he starts taking shots at her into that river or pond.
Yeah.
So
Like
I will
he's
have him
slightly off the
roll.
map if you scroll all the way up.
Yeah. And then I got to do this. Oh,
Hmm?
why do I have advantage?
Advantage.
I have advantage?
Um, do you have advantage? Let me. Oh yeah, you do. You totally do. Yeah.
Oh, I am confused, but okay. Good. I guess that hits.
That hits.
Okay, yeah, then I'll just roll the other two to make sure there's no crits.
Sure. That was very close.
Yeah. Dang. All right, that's still. Let me do this. 1, 2, and 3.
Where's it? Need directions to the battle, Penelope?
Okay. Um, Iden sprouts wings, and three bolts of light fly across the lake, straight down the way and directly into the fire-haired woman. And she does not seem to be affected.
Motherfucker.
Hey, you're here now. You just observed some stuff. Iden,
Yeah.
you're actually close enough to roll clairvoyance for both of these servants.
Woo! Where's his sheet? Skills. You want to roll it twice or just the once?
Just roll it the once because you've just observed something. When the saber starts doing stuff, you'll get another chance
Fuck
to roll.
me. 10.
Okay. You you can sense the obvious. You're in the presence of one master and two servants, but you don't get
Yeah.
any flashes of revelation or anything out of that.
I
That
killed
said,
7.
this servant just completely tanked 3 shots from your servant
None. Yeah,
and
that's
does
not.
not appear to be affected.
Well,
Also, you can hear whispering noises and the sound of paper ripping as you have confirmed that the contract has been completed.
yup.
The butcher also seems to have a look on his face that signifies that that's that. And he says, "Oh, good. Thanks for not making me wait any longer." So where's old Light Bright over there? And he seems to be looking off in the direction that the arrows came from. Okay, so that was Anon's action.
Yup.
Is he doing anything else?
I need to double check. It's been a hot minute. Do they have an equivalent of like where like rogues and monks can bonus action like dodge or whatever? Or I don't know. I don't think
Oh,
so.
I don't think he does. I think assassins might get
Okay.
that, but I don't think
Okay.
archers
Okay.
do.
Then yeah, that would be everything. Then kind of
Okay,
stay over there, just like so it's that perfect across from the
okay,
water.
gotcha.
For now.
All right. Wait, it rolled initiative, but it didn't actually put the thing on you, did it? Where's the thing? Where are you? Current initiative tag. Let's put it on properly. There it is. Okay. So you did your turn. Um,
Yup.
next actor. Okay. Up next, we have.
This thing is fucking spitting.
It's what? Oh, what is
It's
that?
like got little arrows just spitting. I'm like, what
That's
the
new.
fuck?
I think that might be part of the update, like
Oh,
telling you current
no.
actor.
So
Oh.
I noticed that when we were fighting what's his face, Rick, he had a thing on him that was spinning too.
Oh,
So
I
maybe
didn't see that on him.
yeah.
Oh.
I don't think I noticed that before. I don't know
Hmm.
what that means, but okay.
Oh,
Neat, I guess. I don't know.
it might be a thing to signify whose turn it is.
Well, we'll find out when it becomes the next person's turn, I guess. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. So it is on him now. And he is going to take a look over at Iden, who has wings out but has not started flying yet. And he's going to shrug and say, "Well, fair's fair." And he is going to straight up pull out a gun. And he's just going to try to shoot you.
I'll fucking kill you.
All right.
Oh,
He pulls out his gun. And let's
Does he
just
have a direct line? Bjorn's kind of in the way. Oh
it's a
no.
he does have a direct line. I can draw a line from his to Iden, so yes, he's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um all right.
His thick booty is out there.
All right. That's a hit.
Jesus.
So he pulls out a hunting rifle and which is on his back apparently, and then he just straight up shoots you. And it does hurt.
It
The damage
does.
on that's pretty up there. Um, and then he says, "Oh, I've been wanting to do that for a while." Anyway, this is going to be a fun little thing, but I'm not going to stand here and wait for you to rain down fire on me. So if you'll excuse me. And then he does a thing. Boop, boop, boop. He's going to move off the path in a direction so that you gotta go through the servants to get him.
They do.
Not too far though. And then he's going to, for funsies, because he's not doing his best job here, he's gonna look down Iden and he's gonna hold up his fingers from the hand that isn't currently holding the gun and do the two fingers pointing at his eyes, now pointing at you. And Iden, you have a feeling that you have been marked.
Oh, I know what he. Okay.
Yeah, like all rangers, he did it in the wrong direction, and he did it after he attacked. But here we are. Enjoy.
Yeah. He's all Gucci. It's all fine.
All right, so that was his action, um, for at least this turn. And up next, it's Belle.
Okay, so I need to get her within 120 feet of the butcher. And hopefully not be seen. That's going to be a tall order. Okay, so she's...
I mean, you are shimmying in the dark right now.
She can't see in the dark?
I don't
Surely she
remember.
can see.
I don't remember if she can see in the dark, but I assume.
Okay.
Let me see.
Okay. I'll move her over.
Regardless, he's in a light source, so she can see where he is. Like the flaming haired servant is nearby.
I'll move her down there.
Okay.
All right. Gonna burn a big one. Let me move up all the way up her list and check off a 7th level spell because she's doing Crown of Stars.
Nice.
And Crown of
Jesus.
Stars gives her 7. Okay, so she's got 7 motes of light. She can use a bonus action to send one of the motes 120 feet to do a ranged spell attack. On a hit, the target takes 4d12 radiant damage. So,
It's
do I
effectively the
just...
thing that Caster uses in Stay Night,
Yeah.
which is sweet.
So I cast it and I drag it onto him.
Yep. Who are you casting it at? Butcher?
The butcher.
Okay. Then yeah, the like it's an attack roll, right? Or is it a
Mm-hmm.
save?
It's a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
Keep dragging it onto him and it doesn't, onto his token. There it goes.
Hooray.
A hit. Cool. So that's 4. Why do I keep closing it? 4d12 radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck him up.
Yep, he takes damage. The fuck did that?
Cool.
Like out of nowhere in the darkness, a flurry of lights fly up in the air, and then one of them smacks him in the face.
So the spinning thing is an indication of whose turn it is because it's
Yeah.
on her now. Well,
Nice.
so she's moved, she's used an action, she's used a bonus action, so that is her turn.
That sounded like a successful turn. Hey, look, it's Aiden's turn.
Ooh, excellent. Hayden's gonna go 5. Right. Hold on. I'm trying to get the. And I'll try and fly past this guy. 5, 10. Oh, it's still not close enough.
What is your fly speed now?
60.
Okay.
I'm gonna run past this guy. How much is that? 85. Oh god. Here, I'll do that. And then I will pop a 5th level of Spirit Guardians. So he's got the lights coming on.
Okay. Specify who you were excluding from being hurt by
I
it.
am excluding all of the party and this a muscular man with dark skin and curly dark hair named Saber
Fair enough. So the only ones who should be affected by it, theoretically,
are
barring any surprises, are
because
going to
you
be,
have to be able to see him too.
yeah. So
Yeah.
like you unfortunately don't get to exclude like Annis and Derek from it because they're way up there and behind stuff. But
Yeah,
everyone else down here, well, and Buck, but like whatever, it's Buck. Um,
yeah. But
Buck
like
and Freddy and
everyone
whatnot are
immediately
hiding,
within
but
this range.
yeah. Okay, so you have a 15-foot. Let me put an effect on you. I think I can do that. I feel like I programmed this at one point because it's easier to track that way.
5, 10, 15. Oh, I need to move like one. Sorry,
Yep.
right there because then it hits her too.
Okay.
That's
All right.
there
Let
we
me.
go.
I'm putting a Spirit Guardian's aura on you. How long does Spirit Guardians last? Like a minute or something?
It's like 10, I think. Hold on, check.
You'd think I would know
Uh,
that. I've played a
10
character
minutes.
with it. It's what?
Yeah, up to 10 minutes.
Okay. I will put that in. All right. Spirit
And
Guardians aura is going on
typical.
you so that we remember that. And you are
And
concentrating on it.
then yeah,
So
and then
does it? Yeah, it
bonus
has concentration set.
action.
Cool.
Where is it? Where is? And then bonus action spiritual weapon, which I can have within 60 feet. So that little motherfucker is gonna have a little
Yeah,
mace
but you
on
can't
top
cast
of
both
him.
in the same turn.
Oh no, because it's leveled. Yeah, damn it.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, first one's important.
Yeah, that is always the pain of being the
Ugh,
cleric with both of those spells. Like, which one do you
I
start with?
know. All right, yeah, that's where I start.
Okay.
So then, man,
Mishka.
Well, we are attacking, are we? Hmm. Um. Well, Mishka got hired to protect, so he is gonna unsheath the sword from his back, and he's going to hold his action for if anyone from the opposing party, including his new buff friend, tries to come over here and attack Bjorn, Diana, Johnny, or Penelope.
Okay. Holding the
I might have a
line.
move
Yeah.
here. Yep. He's
Fair.
not raging yet, but he's holding an action. And yeah,
oh yeah,
that's
that's gotta pop.
okay. Oh, I didn't realize Anis was running. All right. Well, luckily I feel like I know what she's gonna do, but so her I'm sorry. I have too many things open. Okay. She has 30
All of your
movement
characters rolled really good
damage.
initiative.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I realized I did something in the wrong order, and that's the pain, but it
Don't
is
look
what
at
it is.
Penelope's initiative.
Strider would only add 10 feet. But if I did that and then I bonus action dashed, I could go 80 feet in theory. Okay. Okay. So if I bonus action dash, I can get to about here. That's double my movement, right?
Um,
So
Yeah, dashing is usually double your movement effectively.
Mm-hmm. That being said, I don't think I have any bonus
And you have
actions.
bonus action dash?
Oh, no, I don't. So she'd just be using it as her action. I'm seeing if I have any bonus actions I can
Got it.
cast. Probably not. Yeah, I don't think she does. I don't want to waste the action surge so early. Action. That's an action. That's a. Yeah, I think that's about all she can do is just move 60 feet to there and then end her turn, essentially.
Okay. Fair. All right. The important thing is now Annis has line of sight to all the servants, and you will also get clairvoyance rolls when they do stuff. So, not a
Not
bad
right
use of
now,
your
but when
turn.
they. Gotcha.
Yeah.
What
Like,
the fuck?
just seeing them at all, you get the roll to determine if there's a servant or a master, but you already know that, so like, duh.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of like getting clues as to their identity, like if you see someone using a noble phantasm or an ability that's specific to them, that's when you get to roll clairvoyance um, for details. But you actually have to see them doing something. So, okay, so that was Annis. Johnny's turn.
Yup.
All right.
I didn't
How
actually count one.
aggro are you having Johnny be?
Not very aggro for now.
Okay.
Like, I think in general, what Johnny, Diana, and Penelope are gonna do right now are more like defensive things because this is technically not their fight.
Uh-huh.
Um, hmm.
Yeah, that's why I didn't have Mishka just charge the berserker lady. Like, technically, this is not his fight.
Right.
Um, she'll. Okay, yeah, she'll have an Eldritch Blast on hold just in case somebody does something stupid.
Fair enough. Okay, if anybody tries anything, then she will be ready.
Yep.
Oh, look, it's Morgan. Morgan's way down here, hanging out on the water. uh,
Morgan hanging out on the water? What?
it's almost like if things get too weird, she wants to be near water. Oh my God, her character sheet is actually the longest thing as an NPC with like full spell casting.
Wait, where's Morgan?
Yeah, I don't see her
Oh,
at all.
she's not. Oh, because she's yellow. Hold on. Boop. There you go.
That water.
Yeah, because she's yellow, it defaults her to being hidden. Um, yeah.
Oh, there she is.
So there she is. She's taking a look up there at all these shenanigans, and she's not really looking to get too involved in it, but she seems to be watching for if she needs to fix a problem. So, hooray. That said, those of you who can see her, who can see like that distance away in the dark, she's very closely watching the butcher. Um, like she's trying to study what his deal is based on what she was told about him from the other, you know, scenario. So
Yeah.
she seems to be trying to figure out how that works and planning something accordingly. Diana.
Oh, Lord. Let me check this one really quick. All right, she is going to have. Yeah, she's just going to have an attack ready, and same thing in case somebody does something stupid.
Okay.
Um,
So if someone attack, like, did she have her sword out or whatever?
Yeah, she gets out her sword.
Okay.
But she does not activate its ability because she knows that fire is not real.
Like, I turn off your hair.
Yeah. Look. She's like, congratulations, you're bald now.
How dare you? All right. Is that Diana?
Yeah.
All right. Freddy.
Fuck him up, Freddy. Fuck him up.
I mean, Freddy's got a job. Do. So does he have range? What are the range of your thrown sticks? It's like 60 feet or something.
I think it is.
Fury was able to throw him pretty far.
Yeah, I feel like it
Yeah.
was 60, like
Ah!
finger.
Oh, talking about the black keys. For some reason, in my head, I thought you were saying that he threw Freddy.
Oh yeah, in his training, Fury was able to pick him up and throw him real far.
I mean, it's
He's
not
like,
that
you gotta get some meat on
unreasonable.
your bones, kid. I shouldn't be able to throw you this far.
Like, CL could probably do it.
Yeah, probably. Never underestimate CL Senpai.
Yeah.
Like, this is part of the training.
This is for the training. I'm gonna chuck you now. Freddy's like, what? Ah!
That does sound accurate. All right. Oh, his sheet is so long. Looking for a number. Whatever. It's range. I don't care. You can do it. Good job. If I'm wrong later, I'll move
We
you
believe it.
retroactively. No, it's range 2060. Okay. Yeah. So 20 for normal, 60 with disadvantage. Cool. That's fine. So move you into a square. All right, so 5, 10, 15, 20. 25, 30. Yeah, he's far enough down that he's still going to have to throw with disadvantage, but that's fine. That's why he throws more than one. So first up, key at the butcher. Well, doesn't matter, but that was supposed to be disadvantage. This time I'll remember to click it. Second key at the butcher. Where my dice at? Come on, game. Doot. There we go. Oh, that disadvantage hurts.
It do.
It dropped to 20.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Oh well, he's got to get closer, but he's working on it. So yeah, Freddy comes blurring around the rock, doing that thing where he throws the key and then spins around and throws the other key all dramatically. But unfortunately, that means that it's actually very hard to aim. So they both fly a little bit wide, and the butcher looks over and goes, "Oh, they sent one of you. Oh, good. I needed a toothpick." And that is all that Freddy gets to do for now. But now we're on to the real violence.
Woohoo.
So, the woman in the tattered white dress does not seem to know where the person shooting arrows at her is. So well, actually, she's beginning her turn in your spirit guardians, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
Okay. That's 15 feet out from you, so she's in it.
Mm-hmm.
So, you can
5d8.
make her roll the save.
Woo. Spirit Guardians, where's the save? Here it is. Okay. Save. Why is that? Huh?
She has effects on her that make her roll some things with disadvantage. It's consequence of what she is.
Okay. I mean, I'm fine with her taking the full damage. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be resisted, but you know.
Right, apply the
So yeah,
damage.
4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yes, the spirit guardians. What flavor is your spirit guardians, by the way? What do your spirits look
They're
like?
like little. They're imagine like will-o-wisp. They're very much those little orbs of light, but they're more of that yellow glow.
Okay.
Uh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So your little will-o-wisps flying around you in a Pretty Fireflies music video. Strike into her, but every time one of them hits her, it just sort of bounces off. Like she seems to be completely
Yeah.
ignoring the potential damage that you would be doing to her.
Yeah.
All right. So starting the turn there. Um, right. So she pulls out a spear in her left hand and a sword in her right hand. And she is looking around for the one who tried to hurt her the most and cannot seem to find the servant from way across the water yet. So, frustrated by that, she is now going to look for something else to attack. And quite honestly, Aiden's attacks didn't seem to affect her any, but she sees a bunch of glowing orbs above Belle. So she's going to scream this. This is the first time any of you have heard this up close. So what is the range on this? So all creatures that can see or hear you within 120 feet.
Oh.
Holy.
Let me just
Oh.
click the little target button for that. All right. Drag that onto Aiden, Mishka, Penelope, Bjorn, Johnny, Diana. Uh, let's see. Freddy is within radius. Not that you could see him, but Buck is within radius. I don't know if Annis is within 120 feet yet. Yep, she is.
Ooh.
That's a big radius.
Yeah.
All right. So Bella's at 100 feet. Derek is not there yet, so Derek is not in this radius. And Morgan, I don't think, is in this radius. Let's just confirm. Oh, Morgan is totally within this radius. That can't be right. How is Morgan only 10 feet further away than Penelope? Oh, because it's a direct diagonal and this is 5e. Okay, that's why. 5e doesn't do the math
The
differently like
10
Pathfinder
versus,
does. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, in Pathfinder it goes 5, 10, 5, 10. So it vaguely approximates a hypotenuse. But okay, so all of that, all of you who have never heard the scream up close before, will now be rolling something.
Oh boy.
Let's
Oh.
roll dim save. Okay, that is a lot of characters. So, all right, going down the list, since it's a lot to read. Um, so starting up there, Johnny fails. Uh, Morgan succeeds. Iden fails. Annis fails. Mishka fails. Bjorn fails. Like practically everybody fails now that I'm looking at it. Bell passed.
Yep.
Buck fails. Yeah, everybody else fails. So everyone but Morgan and Bell fails is what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Huh?
That does make sense.
Yeah. You were all frightened of her. Like you have the frightened status. So I will now
Okay.
read out to you what that does.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. A creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. So, for the duration of when you can see her, or until you pass a save on this, which you can try again at the end of your turn, you have disadvantage on your ability checks and attack rolls, as long as you can see her. So,
I'm gonna fuck up clairvoyance.
Disadvantage on everybody, like attacking everybody, or just disadvantage on attacking her specifically.
it's disadvantage on attacking everybody, but
Okay.
you can't willingly move closer to her either. So
Mm-hmm.
that's usually the more inconvenient part of it. Thankfully, this is better than Old Frightened, where you have to actually use your action to run away. That just ruined combat entirely for games. 5e is not as brutal as that. That said, keeping in mind that this is while you can see her, she's now gonna go after she screams. She's gonna run up here, and by run I mean disappear, and is now
Oh shit.
immediately next to Belle.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to swing the sword at Belle.
Who has advantage? And she has disadvantage attacking her.
Yes. So let's see if mechanically the game remembers, because it should. All right, so swinging. Did I program you that badly? Oh, you suck. It forgot what fate damage is. Like all of the fate damage rolls are like not auto-populating in the servant sheet. Hold on, let me remind it.
Oh.
Fate damage is real.
Does that mean all of Enon's stuff didn't properly?
No, it did. Specifically, it's
Okay.
Inon is not on an NPC sheet, so he's fine. It's the
Oh, okay,
NPCs that
okay.
are having a problem. It only really affects servant NPCs. Um, like because I can't program in the mechanic on an item to give them, I have to add effects, and they don't always work. So that's a little more of a pain. Yeah, like I have for all of her attacks, it's just the attack, not the damage. So I have to teach it what fate damage is again. But in the meanwhile, we'll just roll it manually, since we're probably not gonna have too many more of these fighty things at this point tonight anyway. So she's going to attack with a sword. Let us roll for sword. Oh, she still got all of you targeted from before. Let's clear that out. There we go. All right, and sword attack at Belle, who's got so many forms of that.
Mm,
Okay.
Did it roll with advantage for Belle to dodge, or
It should have,
no? It was just a okay, disadvantage to hit.
yes,
Okay.
it was disadvantage, and it did roll with disadvantage, just still hit anyway. Um, because Belle's AC does not actually go up, she just has the disadvantage to hit her. So that was a hit, and I'm just going to roll the damage manually and apply it manually. So
I guess Annis can roll clairvoyance.
yes.
Yay.
Yeah. I say, Was that something like when it hits Iden's turn after her scream, he can try again?
Um, Actually, yeah, because Iden, you were there when the scream happened, you can roll for a different thing. But yeah, you'll both get to roll clairvoyance.
Please, I beg of you. Okay.
All right, let me roll the damage and then we'll resolve yours. Okay, so caster takes 29 damage. Let me just make note of that, and I'll try to get this mechanically fixed by next week. But all right, so you've taken 29 fate damage. Bam. Servant's gonna servant. All right. So based on your respective rules, let me pull out the chart because I have a chart for this. Clairvoyance chart. Okay. So yeah, just so that you know, the number to hit on clairvoyance rolls most of the time is going to depend on what you're watching. So like for when they're attacking using a special ability or skill, you've got to hit a DC 16 plus whatever the rank of the noble phantasm is. If it's noble phantasm, if it's just like them attacking with a weapon or whatever, it's just 16. So both of you hit that. So I'm going to roll on the chart to see what kind of clue you get, which is fun because charts are fun. That's what D&D is all about, right?
Yeah.
And
All right.
numbers and math.
All right. So we'll start with items because you got the lower number. Good number. I don't know if you can see. That's not public. Lame. Can I
Nope.
make that public? Whatever. So you rolled on the chart, and what you got was a clue. So, Iden, the woman in front of you who just screamed and then disappeared in a flash. Um, Something about that scream, like that reverberating scream in your head, gives you a
Mhm.
quick flash of a vision similar to what you experienced when you um, encountered the weird sword ghost guy. Um,
Okay.
it's a very brief flash. It's not like a prolonged thing, but in this quick moment, what you see is um, a crowd of people, like armies, clashing with one another. These armies, based on your understanding of armor and whatnot, do seem to be um, from the Greek pantheon, and they're they're clashing groups. Like one side of them has a big city behind them, the others have encampments, and behind them the sea. And they're running forward, they're clashing with one another. There are people with spears running, there are chariots, there are screams, and in the midst of all of those screams, you can hear the one that you heard screaming above all of it.
Okay.
So that is the quick flash that you got. Now I'm going to make the roll for Anisis.
Woo.
Okay, so uh, for Anisis, um, the you heard the scream, and then you saw the flash as the servant disappeared from where they were and appeared next to your servant. And upon arriving, that scream from before cuts to immediate silence right here as the sword comes out and slashes across Belle's arm, causing Belle to scream as well. But the thing that sticks out to you, you get a very brief flash of a number of women standing in what appears to be some kind of palace, all wearing um, dresses of various kinds, um, primarily whites and grays, but they're all standing around. And as they do so, and they are chatting with one another, um, a horn is blasting in the distance. And when the horn blasts, they all stop what they're doing and they look. And one of them, a somewhat taller than the other women, with red hair, gets a very determined look on her face and runs out of the room. So that is what you see. I would like you both to know you rolled very high on the little chart that says what clues you get. Hooray. Past that, Annis, you also noticed that the sword that was used for this attack um, looks to be very well made. This doesn't look like some weird, like, battle-worn sword. This looks like the kind of sword that would probably be passed down, but holding its form and its sharpness throughout generations. It is a gladius. Whee! So that was that. Everybody still here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
We were just so enchanted by your storytelling.
Oh, good. I just don't trust Discord, so I thought I should ask. Like, did I say all
No,
of
that's
that for
totally
no one?
valid.
All right, so that is what she did. Um, Next up in line, it's a muscular man.
Yeah.
And the muscular man, holding his big ol' hook, says aloud, well, that's the thing. It's been fun, but uh, wait, what's that? Hold on, hold on. And he holds his hand up like he's getting a call. Uh huh. Right? Oh, that's so cool. Hey, Motley, you're never gonna believe this. And then he throws the hook at the man, but tries to get it around his neck. All right.
Oh yeah. I love it so much.
Really, his first
No,
roll is a nat one. That's just disappointing.
Hmm.
That does well for an
that's
entire character.
terrifying.
I'm still impressed by the tattoos, but
Yeah,
losing a
that's not
little
your best first impression,
breath.
buddy. So he throws the hook at the butcher. The butcher seems to figure it out a little quickly. Maybe if he didn't say anything, he could have gotten away with it. But the butcher dodges it and the hook goes right past him. And he goes, "The fuck do you think you're doing?" And then he follows with fishing. And then he tugs it back and it grabs him in the back of his head and tugs him forward, dragging the butcher into your
Holy
spirit
shit.
guardians.
Yes.
He is now within the radius of your spirit
I love him.
guardians.
I love him.
Also, he's going to do some damage. All right. So, yep, got
Could
to
I
make a series of
clairvoyance him?
rolls here.
Or is that just a...
All right, let's roll the damage manually
Oh,
first because this doesn't work right now. First up, damage roll. Oh, that hurts. Okay. Um, so the butcher takes 42 fate damage from getting rope-a-doped.
so you cut out a little bit. You said he takes what?
42 fate damage
Oh
from getting rope-a-doped.
God!
So that obviously hurt, and now he has to make a save. Because we're going to determine if he is grappled by the hook. So let's. None of the stuff parses correctly now. Fantasy Ground, you're killing me. I programmed you and tested this. Why do you do this to me when there are people here? I am offended. All right, I'm just going to make you both roll manually. So let's see how good this works. So grapple check. Oh, that's not good for you, Motley. Rolled a nat 20 versus I don't think you're capable of this, but you're gonna try. Don't I don't think you're statistically capable of winning this, but you're gonna try. No. All right, so he is like this hook that he threw past him and pulls back, catches the butcher in the back, going into his back, and then hooked into that. He gets dragged into the spirit guardians, completely caught off guard by that. And I did give me a perception check.
I would love to.
You were close enough to see and evaluate this, or
I'm
not.
gonna scream.
Once for everyone.
Penelope with the Penelope, can I reroll a one?
So far away.
Screaming.
Oh
Will
well.
you let him re-roll the one?
Is he close enough?
Is he close
He's
enough?
not
Am I
close
close?
enough.
Please.
There's no way he's close enough. It's what,
Oh.
within like
No.
30 feet or something?
Yeah.
Oh God, that kills me. Oh, okay, it's not 60. Fuck. Oh,
Yeah, it's 30 feet,
damn, that
sure
sucks
luck.
ass.
All right, well, you saw him
Oh.
unexpectedly getting tugged forward. And so with that, Big Muscly guy says, business. I mean, we had a good run. You were a total dick of a boss, but customer's always right, and customer changed. Anyway, enjoy your time here in this wonderful little firefly place. Gonna keep you here till it's done.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. Hey, it's Bjorn's turn.
Uh, you know, Bjorn just, cause yeah, he failed that, so he's gonna have to start going for him too. Just 30 there. Uh, let's see, and then I don't know if it'll do anything, but why not?
Okay, so
Uh,
you moved. Yep. You were not moving towards
yeah,
the source of your fear, so that's fine.
yeah. Uh, let's see if I can just roll one. Oh, I was gonna use my actions. I'm at disadvantage still though. Yeah.
On attacks and checks, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let me do, how do I disadvantage this? I just click. Boop. And then do I click it first there? Because I don't see like a way to disadvantage it in the actual
You can just click the dis button in the bottom
uh
corner.
okay.
Aw. That's gonna be one of those
He's not
fights.
hitting anything. We'll try again.
I mean, you're scared.
Yeah.
You just got screamed at
Another.
by an angry lady.
Yeah.
You've dealt with these at the house before, but still, you know they're the most dangerous of all.
Extra attack. That is. Would a 17 hit the butcher?
Oh, with your mechanic. Um, Let me check.
Yeah.
Probably, but let me check so that I can tell you honest. Uh, so 17 does not hit the butcher.
Okay, then yeah, that's that third.
Okie doke. Give me a new wisdom save.
Oh yeah. Okay. Wisdom save. Come on. I don't think Bjorn can make it unless nat 20. Oh, 21, yeah.
Let me see what the save is, because I don't
It's
know if...
22 if I remember. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
22.
22. Okay,
He has to make a nat 20 to make this.
solid attempt.
Ah,
Well,
so close.
it could get a lot of easier when your friend Freddy visits.
Yeah.
So he might
And
be
also
doing some Freddy help.
off my ability for y'all.
Huh?
I say if I also get to pop off, but Mishka's not close enough yet. So I can get him the bonus.
Yeah. Does Freddy have it? Hold on. Now that I'm saying Freddy out loud, because Freddy's level
Yes.
10. God, your sheet is so long. NPC sheets suck.
Are you looking are you thinking about like paladin auras? Because he's not close enough.
No, but
Okay.
yeah, starting at level 10, you and friendly creatures within 2 feet of you can't be frightened while you are conscious. So Freddy is not frightened. Was what I needed to confirm. Because
Oh,
like he failed the save, but it didn't matter
okay.
because he can't be frightened. Um, and so
Okay.
he can at least get closer to people and boost their saves. So good to know.
Fuck yeah.
Paladins, they're more helpful than you
We
think.
love them.
Marlon, get out of initiative. What do you think you're doing? Oh, look, it's Derek all the way up there by himself. All right, let's
Okay.
see what Derek's gonna do. What is Derek gonna do? Well, he's here to help. Derek's gonna run down here. Nice thing about it being nighttime, Shadow Step works almost everywhere. All right. Yeah. He's gonna just bloop right next to Annis. And he's pulling up that chain of his, and he's taking a defensive stance. And he says to Annis, if she comes anywhere near us, I'm gonna rodeo.
All right, cowboy, go ahead.
Yeehaw!
It's what Gunther would have wanted. But yeah, he is not attacking that. He knows better than that.
No,
Boy does not
I
have
do
the
not
HP
blame
for that.
him.
No,
No.
he is there for defense. Um, oh, what you doing, Buck? Buck stuff?
God.
Oh, is Buck that smart?
For the ages.
I like to believe he is. He's just
Ah,
mischievous.
he
Yeah,
might be. I think he might be.
he's
Hold
pretty
on.
smart. He just plays dumb.
Yeah, let me verify that he's that smart. One sec.
Oh my
Because he's got
god.
disadvantage on his checks while he's scared. So let's see if he passes his check. But He might.
I believe in you, Buck.
I believe in Buck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Annis might not, but I do.
Oh, damn it, we're not gonna get.
Buck
We're
rolls
not
a
gonna get another
20 and an
round.
8, but that's enough. It's enough. Buck is gonna cause some shenanigans in ways only Buck can. He's gonna play a technicality. Yep. He's gonna shout over to everybody. Right, well, anyway, that terrifies the shit out of me, so no, none of that. None of that at all. And then he casts Fog Cloud on the flaming haired servant. None of you can see her now. You are no longer afraid.
Oh.
Buck, you genius.
It's a 20-foot radius that he's going to put for at least a turn till she moves. I'm going to put it right like that. All right. Because you can't see her through the fog cloud, no one is affected by that until you can see her again. So you can still make your saves, but you will not be making problems with that right now. So that's what Buck did. Good job, Buck. Buck is now hiding. Bonus action. Whoop, 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 whoop. And Penelope.
Oh goodness. Okay, I have two options, and I'm gonna make sure one of them won't like. Okay, yeah, one of them is not the best plan right now. So, she is going to cast Calm Emotions on herself, Johnny, and Diana. And I
Okay.
think she may be able to hit Mishka too. Let me see.
Calm emotions.
Fuck, where's the arrow thing?
Group of people, 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point
Right, there
you
it is.
choose. That's a pretty big sphere.
Ah, he's just outside of it. Okay. Well, apologies. No, wait, hold on.
No, you could do it.
I
Right there.
can't read.
You can get him like that.
Okay, yeah, cool. Cool, yeah. So that's she's gonna cast Calm Emotions.
Okay.
That being said, I don't know how to cast it on multiple people.
I can have you target them. One sec. All right, so you're targeting yourself. You are targeting
Yeah, myself.
Johnny. You are targeting Diana. You targeted yourself so many times at this point. And
Hmm.
Mishka.
And then, yeah, and targeting.
Yep, all four of you.
Yep. Okay. All right. And
Okay, so Mishka and Johnny autofail, so they don't get a choice. Penelope and Diana have the option of choosing to fail if they want to.
they're gonna choose to fail this one.
I assumed, but it's an option.
And I tried to click to do the whole like calm emotions button. That did not work.
No, it did.
So I'm not sure how to make it work. But
No, you're concentrating on it now.
yeah. But yeah, so it's Suppressing any effect causing the target to be charmed or frightened, and when the spell ends, the suppressed effect resumes, provided that its duration has not expired in the meantime. And it runs for a whole minute or until
Yeah.
her concentration is gone.
Nice.
So
none of you have to worry about that for right now. Right.
Yep.
Nice.
And I think, yep, that's gonna do it for her. Hey.
All right. At the end of Penelope's turn, gonna actually use some legendary actions because
Oh boy.
turns are coming up. So, Mr. the Butcher, who is currently being bound. Ah, too many windows. Fantasy Grounds is complicated. NPC sheets are way too big. Sheet is way too big. I hate how if someone has spells, it puts them after like special actions and abilities and stuff. So like you have to scroll all the way up through the spells to remind yourself what they can do. Okay. So given he's prevented from moving, as is the nature of being in a grapple, he's somewhat limited in his options, but he can still like he's still got that gun. So he's knows better than to attack the servant. So he's just gonna try to shoot Aiden. And let's see if he succeeds. He does not, on account of the
Hey,
giant hook in his back. um, give me another Aiden perception check.
I would love to. Please
Because
don't let me down.
he's all up close to you and he's squirming.
I'm gonna fucking scream. 10.
Okay. So, thing that you can notice even with a 10, is that when he was like hooked over to here, he did not put up a whole lot of resistance on the ground. Like, a servant tugged him. He was gonna move, but he did not drag up
Yeah,
dust or dirt or anything on the ground. Like, he is very slightly off the ground pretty much all the time. Um, you kind of
yeah.
knew a little bit of that from what Nina told you before,
Nina brought that up.
but
Yeah.
now that you're seeing it in person, it's a not only is it clear that that is what's happening, like he's like perpetually like not leaving footprints levels of stuff, but also even when he's dragged, it seems to be the thing. Like really, gravity doesn't seem to affect him the way it affects normal people, and you can't think of many phantasmals that would have given him that trait. So strange and
Air
noteworthy.
elemental? I mean, yeah.
So neat. Just so you know, I'm going to keep giving you perception checks when you're close to him because he's weird and you've never actually seen him fight before. So,
That's fair. And I'm gonna stay in his business.
I mean, I don't imagine you're leaving. Okay, so that was the end of a round of combat. It is late, so I think next time
Yeah.
we can pick up from here. I think that's pretty reasonable. Um, but you got there, you got a deal. You're in a much less dire situation than you were at the end of last time, and you made a friend.
Hey.
Friendship,
And
And
major.
now we
Misha's
got
fighting
bear.
shirtless.
That's true.
Yeah, we've got a few shirtless dudes hanging out over here.
Oh. Yeah.
So
Ooh,
neat.
Uh-oh. Did we lose? I think we
it
lost
was
you
cut
like
out for a
very
second.
briefly.
Yeah.
You lost me very
We just
briefly.
heard you just, yeah.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
started saying something and then everything cut out until you said neat.
that sounds appropriate. Yeah, like you made friends, you lost shirts, you came out ahead in a lot of ways, and you
Yeah, shot by a gun. It's all fine.
got shot. But you know what?
Yeah.
You're not on the receiving end of that hook.
Yeah.
Also, technically, you're like in the air, aren't you?
Yeah, a little hover, and suited.
Are you like 5 feet up or
But
something? Like, should I just make a note of that?
yeah.
Okay, there you go. You're flying. Enjoy it. All right, well, then we
Yeah.
will pick that up next week. So, hooray, everybody. We did it. Yay, no one's dead yet. Go team. I will get the fate damage thing fixed so that we don't have to do that manually next time.
Yay.
Good night, the internet.
Good
Good
night.
night,
Thank you for the
nerds.
game. Oh,
Whoop. That was cute.
she said.